Hello everyone and welcome back. I think it's a good time to take a short break and talk about first impressions of this MacBook Pro 2020 with M1 processor. This is the first MacBook Pro using M1 Apple processor using ARM architecture. So we're looking at the most basic version of MacBook Pro with M1 processor in 2020. So we're looking at 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of SSD hard drive, 13-inch screen. And so the main idea here is to test how far can you go with this basic model. It's relatively cheap when it comes to MacBook Pro. This one costs €1,400 in Europe, and I think it's about $1,200 dollars in the US. So I guess in comparison to Intel versions of MacBook Pro, which is 2,600 and 3,000 euro for i7 and i9, I think 1400 is considerably cheaper, and I have to say the performance is fantastic. So anyway, let's start our review. So I suppose I will start with the design, which I absolutely love, but I guess we're all used to this design of MacBook Pro. It's not the first time we can see this form. It's obviously smaller, 13-inch, which I'm not used to, but I'm really now. I never used 13-inch before. The smaller screens I was using were 15, and I was worried about this issue that I might just not have enough space on my screen. And even without using the external screen, I have to say I'm very happy with this size. I get used to it very quickly, and using PyCharm, I have no problems with using PyCharm. So I have to say 13-inch. At the same time, it becomes very compact and light. So there are pros and cons, and the cons are not that bad. From the front, very compact, as I said, 13-inch and very compact keyboard here, touch bar here. I don't know what to think about this touch bar. I really like it sometimes, and sometimes it really pisses me off because I touch the buttons that I don't want to touch sometimes. But there should be some sort of a lock or something here that disables that bar. But anyway, it's very handy when I'm working with, for example, PyCharm. When I'm debugging, I can skip steps and so on. Whatever software you're using, it gets adjusted to it, so it's kind of cool. The touch bar, very big touch bar comparing to the rest of the area of this surface. It works the same as this Magic touch bar. So I'm very happy with the design. I'm very happy with the outsides of this laptop. Working with this MacBook Pro is like it's like having a glass of nice scotch. Exactly the same. But anyway, let's have a look inside. So, as I said, from the outside, beautiful design, and the reaction time is also fantastic. As you could see, I just opened the flap and it lit up instantaneously, and the Touch ID works very fast as well. So this is all good. All in all, very good experience. So I was testing it on different angles, from different angles. I have my temperature monitor here. So as you can see now, it's about 35 degrees. Okay, so maybe let's start with PyCharm. How long does it take to start PyCharm? How hot does it get? Does it make any sounds? And I have to say, no sounds whatsoever. The fans are still off. I can see 53 degrees in here, so it's pretty good. Does it get any hotter? No, 52 I can see now. Sometimes it can go to 60. Oh, there you go, that's 60 now. One thing that you might be concerned about this version of MacBook Pro, which only has 8 gigabytes of RAM, is obviously the RAM that is pretty small for today's needs and today's standards. But the thing is, what MacBook does is it swaps some of its SSD memory, SSD hard drive space, and it uses it as if it was RAM. So basically we still have about 1.2 gigabytes of actual RAM free, and then I can see here we're using 6.2 gigabyte of RAM on of SSD, which is which is how MacBook is managing its memory. So it's pretty cool. Still going pretty fast. Obviously, battery is amazing. It took me about 8 to 10 hours usually to drain from 100% to 5%. So it's pretty amazing. And it's all about this performance to watt ratio, which in case of M1 processors is amazing. Sound is very good. I was a bit worried about those little speakers, but they're actually very good. When it comes to the screen, again, very good screen, very nice saturation, very good for the eyes. I worked in dark room as well when I was going to sleep. Just before sleeping, I was tapping away, and yeah, it didn't strain my eyes that much. The stuff that I was talking about when I was unboxing this MacBook Pro is those two sockets. Well, I suppose it's not that bad because I have this adapter with me and I use it whenever I need to plug in HDMI, USBs, SD. There's another C-type USB and Ethernet. So that costs 120 in Harvey Norman. I recommend it. It's very good. That does the trick for now. I don't use them that often. I like, because of the size of this laptop, I like to use it on the couch somewhere or in a mobile, let's say, position. One thing that I really wanted to know before I bought this MacBook was, can I install PyCharm? And the answer is yes. So far so good, no compatibility problems. Basically how this laptop works is there is a ARM architecture M1 processor so basically it uses different instructions. So each software needs to either speak the same language, let's say, or be translated using Rosetta 2. Which I have to say does a great job. I use both native ARM software as well as, for example, PyCharm, which is still x86, which is Intel architecture, and it works like a charm, like a PyCharm, ha ha ha. And yeah, no problems there. So 2 weeks in, so far so good. Beautiful design, great performance, fantastic battery life, light, compact, love it. There are some bits and pieces I might change. I would like to see changed in the future, which is the amount of ports. I'll see about this touch bar because it could be annoying, but so far I like it. So anyway, thanks for watching, and in the future I'll update you with any new discoveries and thoughts. But thanks for watching for now, and see you in the next one.